We live in a world that is made out to seem so perfect. We are blinded from all the things that could potentially hurt us, which is normal, yet stops us from experience. More so, growth. From a young age, our parents do everything in their ability to keep us safe. They often tell us what we want to hear, rather than what is known. However, you can only hold on to the truth for so long, before questioning all that was once so familiar. The things you thought you knew all turn out to be lies. Then you wonder why the ones you love most decided to keep the secrets they did from you. You ask yourself countless questions, wondering if everything else was just a lie. Or was it half the truth? You ask yourself, was it best for me not to know? I couldn't help myself from wondering. I would stay up late at night trying to put the pieces together, like a puzzle. Trying to figure out who my uncle was, who my cousin's father was. More importantly, who my aunt's husband was. Why have I never met him? Why does he not come around for the holidays or birthday parties? Why are there no pictures hanging on the white walls of him? At such a young age, it is hard to grasp the idea that some do not have a father nor a husband. Life can be so complicated, and so can love. The world can be such a dark place, even though it continues to seem so faultless. I remember asking my mother, begging for the answers. "You're too young to understand," she would say, which killed me inside. But sometimes the unknown is there for a reason, protecting us from the sadness and the grief. Yet, I could never understand, which is no one's fault but mine. The curiosity of a 6-year-old girl was much more significant than one could ever imagine. I was that 6-year-old girl. I waited and waited until the time was right, I suppose, for all my questions to be answered. Finally hearing what I wanted to know majority of my life gave me chills. Chills that rushed all throughout my body. It all makes sense now. Why he doesn't come around for the holidays nor birthday parties. He is non-existent, more so, unknown. Which was for the best, and if you couldn't guess by now, my aunt was raped. Held at gunpoint, forced upon, and left speechless. How does someone our age comprehend something like this? Because that's how old she was. 18 years. I want you to think about it. Just think. Imagine the emotions, the fear. It's a twisted place, the place we live in, a place that is so damn scary, filled with crazy people. And that is what our parents try protecting us from. Those half-told stories make sense now. Everything makes sense. I wasn't ready to know, even though I thought I had the world at my fingertips. I knew nothing, and now I can admit that. But you see, the situations that seem like the end of the world are not. The unknown happens for a reason. I know that sounds cliche, but it is the truth. Valerie, my cousin, my aunt's child, was a blessing in disguise. And yes, you may think what happened was shitty, and frankly, it was. However, from this misfortune, a beautiful human being was born. One who I consider a best friend, one I look up to. To this day, this is a story I prefer not to tell, due to the commentary. But then again, one that has impacted my life tremendously. Even in the darkest of times, remember, everything has meaning, which might not make sense now, or can be unclear. Just know it'll all make sense in the end. The stories your parents are hiding from you someday will be told.
And I just really want them to see that anything is possible, and I'm proof of that.